Okay, a little subtle flex.
And this is
a little subtle flex.
And this is episode 36.
I got 24 minutes. I got a 24-hour fitness.
It's your boy Jay Jones.
It's your boy Bowler.
It's KB.
And we got a special guest.
Yes.
I like to introduce the one and only Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones.
Hello, hello.
Trying to put this smoke in your face.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Jones, big.
Man. No. So it's been a year since we've been recording. A lot of our listeners have heard us name our wives. And so this is the episode where I finally got my wife on.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm
This gonna set the bar like, nah, I ain't bringing baby.
a little nervous too.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So fellas,
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
I mean, we could talk about
I know you got
you being a mother,
Okay.
a new mother.
Okay.
We could talk about your rise in your career.
Yeah.
And any questions the guys got, because they got some questions.
I'm gonna start off.
Let's go.
Because you're a mother,
Mm-hmm.
but I consider you a mother too.
Yes.
How is that? Get into a relationship with somebody who has a child.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yeah,
All right, let's do
you
it.
took
You
my
took it there,
one good
like-
question.
Okay.
Get into it.
Before we do that, can we at least have Misha tell what she does? Like, let the
Sure,
no
no
then go
worries.
straight into that, because I'm gonna be thinking about my next question since about
Okay, so my name is Jamisha Jones, married to Jamal, this awesome man over here.
Awesome.
yeah. Just
That's
how he
my
scripted
boo.
it.
This is my boo.
Yeah.
Maybe say this first.
Thanks,
Maybe say
babe.
this
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy.
Out the gate.
So you welcome, babe. So anyways,
we practice.
we did practice. We practiced this in the mirror. No, just playing. But yeah, so I am an assistant principal in Houston. I love my job, very passionate about it. I'm working with high school students, specifically the 11th grade. So yeah, it's a lot, but I've been in education since 2014. So this would be what, my seventh
Yeah.
year? Yeah,
Yeah.
my 7th year. So I love my job.
Awesome.
Mhm.
All right. Well, both.
So back to your question. Okay, so back to your question. Getting into a relationship with someone who already had a child. I'm gonna just go all out and tell y'all this brief story. So, Jamal and I met at our job. We started off working together at Sharpstown High School, and he was about 3 days into in-service because he had to finish doing something with his paperwork. Long story short, he gets to work. He has on this suit, and I'm just sitting there in like leggings and like
was it Steve Harvey type? Nah, bro.
no. It was more like
It was cut right. You know what I'm saying?
it was more like Michael B. Jordan.
Taylor. Hey, hold on. First of all, I want to say when Without Remorse came on, I was side-eyeing her a little bit, like, you a little too excited about this movie here.
Look at my fight.
It was the acting. I enjoy watching.
But
that.
shout out to Banana Republic, them chinos,
They had you right.
Yeah, right.
So yes, he came into the library with his chinos on. So I turned to the left. I'm like, who was that? So I had this like conversation in my head. I'm like, girl, you said you weren't gonna date a coworker, and then here I am like seeing Jamal. I'm like, yeah, it's a go. So somehow I guess he saw me like staring at him. I was staring at him a lot, and so he struck up a conversation.
Come on, he ain't like that.
Tilly, I'm like that.
So we had he struck up a conversation, and then the basis of this story is that when he sat down after we had that first like brief conversation, we turned around. He sat like on the bleachers, maybe second row.
Being super nosy.
Right. I was on the 5th row, so I was above him, and I looked in his phone as he was sitting there. It was a little stalkerish, but
Okay.
but I'm going somewhere with this. I'm going somewhere with this, guys. Okay. So when I looked in his phone, it was a little girl. And I said, oh, either he's a daddy or uncle. But I said, either way, he takes care of this person because, like,
It's in his phone.
yeah, it's on his phone. Like, this is
That's
his
dope.
wallpaper. Okay, cool. So I had already known, like, he takes care of somebody. I don't know who she is, but he loves this person. So when we got to a restaurant together, it was like all the coworkers and everybody was going around introducing themselves. And so they said, do you have kids? And he was like, I have a daughter. And like all the other women were like, daughter? Oh my God, I can't believe you had a kid. But me, I was just like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
keep in mind, I was stalking him already. So I already knew. So I played it cool. I was like, oh, wow, that is so nice. Yes. Even though I've already been in your phone. Right. So,
Everyone knows. Yeah.
so yeah, and we just kind of built that connection there because he was like, oh, like you, like, it didn't really even phase you. And honestly, it didn't. Like, for me, it was like, hey, this is who he has. This is who he comes with. Of course, I found out later it was his daughter. And, it didn't mean much to me because I did realize if I was going to be with someone seriously, they're going to come with something,
Right.
you know? And so for Jamal, him being as amazing as he is, for me, it was not a big deal for him to have a child. Now, going into it, of course, that's what you think. There are a lot of layers in being a stepmother. There are a lot of layers in being a quote unquote blended family. But I think for us, we have made it work for us in a positive way. And we just keep growing because it comes with a lot, just like any other family.
Nah, that's dope, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it really is. Cause even like when I see y'all take y'all's family pictures, it's like, damn, like it take a lot for a woman to not only accept that child, but to nourish and take care of that child as if it's their own. So I commend you for that.
Thank you.
know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
And I feel like it's a lot of putting your pride
Man.
aside because in the back of our mind, we married a virgin. Let's just be honest, guys. We all married virgins, right? So
Yes,
it's like,
but he had proof that he was not.
Like, back in my woman was nobody.
No. Yeah. So that was.
Hey, dog. Here we go.
Leave it to Bola to take it there. Bola gonna take it there.
And we're off.
I knew it was gonna be one of them kind of episodes where Jones walked out here with his arms out. He don't dress like that. He ain't wear a tank top in a year.
I got baby with me. I gotta make sure you my muscle.
I didn't know you had that tattoo, baby.
Y'all are funny.
Hey, baby.
You look good, babe.
I know you
Don't let
feeling
them
good.
do you like that. You
Nah,
look
he
good.
feeling good. Go ahead, baby.
It's the old fashioned
But we do commend you.
Nah, that's
We
dope.
do see it, and Jones speaks highly of how you treat Kennedy, like you treat her. Like that is your daughter.
Thank
Like,
you.
It's
Yeah.
not treating her like your daughter, but that is your daughter,
Yeah.
and we really commend that. And it takes a lot, and it's some things that in the back of my mind could I do something like that?
Right.
Am I big enough? Am
It's
I
not
grown
for
enough?
everybody.
Yeah, am I grown
It's
enough
not
to
for
do that?
everybody. I will be the first to say that. And you're right. It is one of those things where it's ego work. You
Right.
have to learn how to put your ego aside, but you also have to learn how to communicate and speak up for what you need.
Yeah.
And that's something that we've been able to both do within our relationship and trying to figure out how to make our family work. I think everybody has this Brady Bunch, ideology on what a blended family looks like. And it's just not that.
Yeah.
But it can be something beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, especially with this episode, like I didn't really speak on it a lot because I wanted to make sure that she was here to speak on it. But
Except for the intro. Yeah, they practice out on the way here. I love it.
nah, stepmoms get a lot of bad rep, man.
But you got to see how the media portrays
They do,
stepmoms.
but
like
it's
something that never works.
Well, look, think of Disney.
Right.
All the stepmothers on
Are
Disney
evil.
were evil and they cast the child away in the
Right.
cellar and I just want your dad's money, go away.
Right.
But, most of the stepmothers that I know, myself included, we're not like that. Because you have to think about it. It takes a lot for a woman to step into a ready-made family
Right.
and give of herself within that family.
Especially not having your own.
Yes, because Kennedy was my first baby, so
Yes.
not having my own, it's
that's huge.
Yeah, it's a lot that you have to navigate.
I told them on the last podcast a little snippet of your life when Kennedy was 2 and how she pulled you in the restroom.
Yes. She very much. I came over. He said he needed help doing her hair. So I came over, I got like all of these barrettes, all of these clips and stuff for her hair. And when I was done doing her hair, like she played nice in front of her dad and everything. Mind you, she's 2 at this point.
2.
So I'm like, okay, she's cool. So he was like, can you help her pick out something for Halloween? And I'm like, okay, cool. Because the next day was going to be like her Halloween outfit to daycare. So I said, okay, cool. So I go in the closet and I start looking for something. And she goes and shuts the bathroom door. She walks up to me and goes, what are you doing at my daddy's house? I said, I'm sorry, what?
I beg your pardon?
Excuse me? She said, what are you doing at my daddy's house? I said, girl, I'm here to do your hair. I was like, Misha, you got to think quick or you're going to ruin this.
Yes.
And so I said, girl, I came here for you. I'm not here for your daddy. And she was like, okay. And so ever since then, me and her have been really close.
That's live.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this. Going back to your background, this is why I even commend you even more, because working in the school system, you dealing with with kids, with attitudes, with demeanors. You're dealing with all that all day.
Yeah.
To come home, and like we talked about last episode, like we do our 9 to 5, we come home and we got to check in with our own families, and that's another full-time job.
Yeah.
But to deal with that kind of atmosphere, be in that kind of atmosphere, we doing numbers and I'm working on with drinks and doing, but to be dealing with kids, teenagers, and all that stuff, and then to come home and have your own blended family.
Yeah.
Because
like,
I think
salute.
Thank
That's a
you.
lot, man.
Because it comes down to how many students are you?
Well, we have about
I don't care if
800
it was
on my
2.
campus.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, with 800, that's 800 different families.
Bruh.
800 different ways of being raised. 800 different ways of thinking.
Yeah.
So, what you might feel is appropriate, they'd be like, nah, my mama don't act like that. Or this. So, you have to act accordingly. And then you have to come home and take 800 different ways of thinking to raise your own kids.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to do what this kid did. So it's a lot.
And for both of them, they both seeing so much like outside of their house. Y'all seeing so much outside of your house. I can only imagine that on. To me, I feel like it would help. Like
man.
I see what these kids going through because I know that they parents doing this or allowing them to do this or letting them do that. It's like, okay, we not gonna put our kids in this kind of environment to where now they growing up with this kind of mentality because y'all seeing it from all different angles. So like I said, man, that is commendable to be able to do that, because I know you got to turn it on at work, turn it off for them few minutes you driving home, and turn it right back on to be in mom mode to take care of your own kids.
Yeah.
So, man.
But I will say, I will say this, and that's something that I used to ask my teacher friends before I gave birth to Jamal. I was just like, how do you do it? How do you separate the two? And it just happens naturally.
Yeah.
I do have to turn it on at work and make sure that I'm present for my staff and for my students. But when I'm home, I'm mama and I'm wife. Like it just, is what it is. But the other side of that is, sometimes it's like I am a new parent, but sometimes it's just like I see this every day, but I don't know how to do it once it's in context for my own life.
Right.
So, for example, we have my 15-year-old nephew. So technically we got 3 kids at the house. And with him, he was going through something at school. So I went to one of our specialists on my campus and I was like, well, what do I do? And she was like, Crenshaw, you do the same thing that you do, with our kids. And I was just like, oh, I didn't think of that. Like, it's just a different context when it's your own kids, for sure.
Man, I couldn't even imagine.
Nah, honestly, I really couldn't. Just the stories that I've heard, because Jar's wife is a teacher too, and she's told me stories about these kids, and these kids are like first grade, kindergarten, and the stuff that they're bringing to school, like the story she's told me, me and Kaylin literally, we were just jaws to the floor. Like this, you would not imagine, especially in some of the lower end schools, like what these kids are coming to school with at that early of an age. And when you think about your own kids, when you think about Bryce, Bree, all my kid, it's like, I could not imagine if my child
had to go through that,
knew about this kind of stuff at this age.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is crazy. So to have people that are in the school system that are not only shedding a good light, you know what I'm saying, and being examples to these kids to do things at least the right way that society would say was the right way. It takes a lot to do that, and then, like I said, come home and take care of your own.
Dealing with somebody else's kids.
So speaking of that,
Lord,
we always talk about on the podcast of how we are as husbands. So with us coming home,
we trash.
So with us coming home from work, the guys want to know, how am I?
Oh, he's incredibly attentive. Like, and this was not rehearsed. This was not practiced at the house.
Hold on. But I'm not
this
gonna,
is true.
I'm not gonna deal with Jamal and these looks after she say something nice. Hey, sit up in
the
his
reason
chair.
why I look like this is because I told Bola, like, I do this.
Okay.
I'm not the greatest, but I try.
Okay.
This is not.
That take a lot just to try.
Yeah, this is not like that Derek Jackson scene on YouTube where he like
he's squeezing
where
that
he's
hand.
squeezing my
Squeeze
hand.
that hand.
I love my wife.
Squeeze that hand.
And I was not coming out here with a bunny. A helmet of salvation, okay? I'm coming out here telling the full truth. No, but Jamal is extremely attentive. As a husband, one thing that I prayed for when I decided, okay, I really... Yes, I have my Russell.
Yeah.
I do. I love my husband. I do.
The hell out of here. Oh, we fully rehearsed. I'm bringing a robot. I'm bringing a clone.
You know what? Before that, I'm putting work before it.
Y'all are crazy.
But last I know, he took me to Mars for dinner. That's last day.
Yeah, I got some work to do.
I mean, I think you should be good after your last trip.
I got some work.
I better bring on ASAP. I better bring. Can we do another episode?
Y'all had a date night in like a clear bubble.
Yeah, that was cool. That's
cool.
Epic.
That is epic.
Hold on. What you say? That was what?
Epic.
Epic.
All right.
You see you.
Baby, you heard that?
Oh.
That?
Boogie woogie.
Baby, pack your bags.
Where y'all going?
SpaceX.
Oh.
I got to do a big. We going to Mars, baby.
Elon Musk.
You're right. Get me there. How much is it to get me there?
Y'all are stupid. Oh my God.
How much is it?
I got to put my game up bad. Man, oh man.
For two. How much?
For two.
Okay, how much for her? And
I just said that. I'll get there somewhere.
So yes, Jamal is, like I said, he's extremely attentive. You know, a lot of times because we work in the same area, we do ride to work together. So that has been really great for us, like traveling on the other side of town. That's 45 minutes of quality time to and from work. So I think for a large part, we don't really get that gap of time because we spend a lot of it together. We try to find ways to be together.
That helps.
That's an hour and a half out your day, just the
without
two of
your
y'all.
kids, and y'all can just talk.
Right, exactly. We can talk like when we first were dating, you know, just about anything, or J. Cole new song dropping, or so, you know, that's really helpful. Yes.
I like that. But no, that's big,
I like
man,
that
because
song.
an hour and a half, I think about it in my position, an hour and a half of just me and her time, that doesn't start till 8 p.m.
Right. And then by that time, you trying to wind down and go to sleep.
We got to shower. We got to do. that's when we finally had time to do whatever it is we need to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So our time probably don't start really till like 10 unless we make time to do
that's
something.
us
So
too,
one thing
yeah.
I try and do is as soon as I get off of work, I'll call Bailey. Like as soon as I get in the car, I'll call her on my ride home, see what's going on, see what's that even if that's 20 minutes, that's just 20 minutes of us just conversating about
because it ain't gonna be there when you get
because once you get home, both kids are home, and it's like we parents.
We're lucky we get that twice. So we drop him off. Well, y'all know about the daycare experience, but we drop him off with her mom, and then on the way to work we get that experience. So we'll laugh about what interviews on the Breakfast Club,
right?
And then we get to talk about our day on the way home.
Yeah,
y'all get like small. Mini dates.
Yeah, we do.
Daily.
We do.
and that's big, man. That's more time. I think what y'all get in a week
most time
in car rides that I probably get in probably 2 weeks.
Yeah,
as far as time just to sit and talk with each other. So that's big, man.
Yeah, it is very helpful, and I'll say, just even in terms of childcare with the baby, he has always motivated me to get out of the house or do something for myself, or babe, I got him, just take care of yourself, you need some time to yourself. He's big on that. He is.
Yeah, well, I think we're all good at that.
Yeah,
like
we say get out.
Now actually doing it, you ladies don't do it.
Pushing.
Yes.
Y'all don't do it. Like I'm very big on her getting out the house and doing whatever she wants.
She won't.
Even if it's go get your nails done. Like
go
do something because
go to a bar, have a drink by yourself. Just quiet time.
That stuff.
I do it.
Being a
you ain't gotta tell
mom.
me twice.
Being a mom.
The fellas.
Now, let me tell y'all, that's one thing about the difference between a husband and wife, a mom and dad. Y'all gonna get y'all time in. Y'all gonna figure out how to get your time in, okay?
I can admit to that right now. Like, I get it, even if it's in the house.
Yes.
I get time. Because one thing I commend Bailey on is she knows if a Lakers game is on. She knows, like she don't.
This is my
knows.
time.
I ain't gonna lie. She knows. She won't bother. She won't do anything. She'll say, "Hey, I know the Lakers game come on at this time."
82 game.
Yeah. Hey,
82 game.
No, because I got league pass too, so I'm watching every game. So
She was
imagine
in the schedule like, God
damn.
Back to back.
Yeah. Funny thing is, she gonna tell me, she goes, "Well, I gotta put everything on a calendar for you." But every single Lakers game. And I said, babe, it's not because I know, it's because I check NBA app every day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so that means you could check the other stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Y'all do what y'all pay attention to what y'all want to pay attention to.
We said that. We said
we
that.
can admit that. We can admit
We
that.
said that. We gotta do better. We trash because the stuff that we have passion for. Like, if we could take that same passion and put it into our family time, and like I said, it's not on purpose. It's not on purpose. It's just that
it's the way we are wired.
You have to be purposeful.
I told y'all in the last episode how she was sitting on the floor getting him ready for daycare.
Oh, yeah.
And it was stuff everywhere. Me?
Yeah.
2 diapers.
Couple diapers.
Bag of Cheetos.
Two onesies. He should be good.
He should be through this one. He got an extra.
He got a backup.
He got a backup.
He gonna be there for 2 days.
He good.
But they gonna let her sleep.
She on Target.
I tore Target up. Let me tell you.
I'm not gonna lie. When she was getting ready for daycare, she came home. Her mom and dad went out shopping, and she was like, "I got him outfits." What?
Right now,
well, I wanted him to be fashionable.
Yeah.
I'm still
the word fashionable. I'm not. Man, look, he get his onesies, some socks. He good.
Check him. You heard him.
But I can't even fight that because I know that's me.
Nah,
he good.
Moms, y'all take care. Like, y'all take care of everything.
They think of the stuff we don't
think about.
Kind of think about.
Because Bailey would have to remind me. So say I say, okay, babe, she'll run out and say, I'm gonna do my nails and do my eyebrows, and you take them, to grandma's. And she'll call me like 3-4 times saying, hey, did you pack this? Did you pack this? Did you pack this? And I'm like, I packed that.
Why we be getting annoyed,
I hang
though?
up.
You go pick it up.
Yes.
I hang up.
Hear me. Look at me
Man,
walking
what
up the
you think?
stairs.
I'm a daddy. Of course I packed that.
Come on, man.
Man, no clothes.
Let me go get that.
Man, no diapers.
But that's when you listening, though. You listen to everything she said. Girl, go get your nails done. I got this. I'm straight upstairs.
Did you pack his hat? Yeah.
Pack that.
Go get that.
You gotta call back.
Which hat you want?
The red one or the brown one? Which one you think I'll go with? But y'all just so attentive, man. And that's something like I said, if we could just get to, I think right now we are probably at like a 10%. If we get to like 25, 30, I swear women would appreciate us.
I think y'all have a
We
higher
higher than that?
percentage than
I don't know.
that.
Yeah, we bad over 300.
I think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Come on, dog.
All right, I give us a little bit of credit, but not too much.
It's the memory. It's the memory piece with him. I'll say, hey, babe, can you let me know if this is happening or how, so that I can, adjust for what's going on. And then he'll tell me at the last minute and I'm like, okay, so now I got to rush. Take care of all of this, but I asked you.
I'm getting better with the calendar, though. She can put me on game with the calendar. So
calendar's a lifesaver.
That's true.
But you gotta look at the calendar.
Gotta look at it.
You
gotta.
Or set two alarms to remind yourself
text
on the
message,
calendar.
Text message reminder. Did you we got this going on,
man? And I think because I'm bad at springing things on me, so I can be like, hey, you might not have nothing planned, but I'll be like, hey, let's go hit this bar real quick. Like, I don't think moms can just.
No,
we can't. We can't.
It's not like, okay, put everything to the side. Let's go do this real quick. Nah, y'all need weeks.
Nah, yeah.
We do.
See, but I'm the same guy, but it's in a different context. I'll tell her, hey, we're gonna go out for Jamal's birthday in 2 weeks. And I'll just say it.
No, you gotta.
But I don't put it in the calendar, and then it's that Friday, I'm getting dressed. She's like, where you going? I told you we're going to Jamal thing. And she mad, but it's like, she know I told her, but it's like, nah, brother.
In the day-to-day
that 2 hours before.
Kids, we don't have time to remember that.
To her.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Not a knock on you.
Yeah.
No offense taken.
It's not, even if we can put you saying my birthday. That means nothing to her in the moment.
Nothing.
No, not in that moment.
Especially if you ain't giving her no time.
Yeah, it means what you
because they planners.
Like, what have to do with me?
Women are planners. Yeah. Even the women who aren't planners, like they got a clock, they got a schedule in their head. So it's like if you ain't putting them in the mix throughout the entirety of it, remember this Friday I'm gonna be leaving at 8 to go such and such. If you wait until 7 o'clock. And babe, you remember I need to go start getting ready for Jamal's stuff.
See, but that's why I just
invite what?
We all going. I invite you. Hey, babe, me and you are going. Ain't no more me going, but we going. Yeah. That way she.
I didn't see. That's why we got to get better. Like mama coming to get the kids.
Yeah.
They gonna be over in about 30 minutes. So go ahead and start getting dressed.
Right.
I get the girls ready. I get the.
We both going. Like,
it's tough.
Yeah, now that's one thing I can say about him. I almost hate that I'm going to admit this, but part of what I love so much about Jamal is his level of spontaneity. Like me, I'm type A. I got a plan. I got to do this. I got to do that. And if the plan doesn't go right,
it's ruined.
It's ruined. The whole day is over with. The plan, especially if we go on a vacation and we miss an event.
Caitlin.
Like
she's Caitlin.
It's just it really messes with me.
That's why it was so tough. Even planning the trip to
Denver,
it was tough because it was like I really wanted to wait till the morning of.
Oh no, hell no! Kayla would have killed you. She ain't going.
She went.
Oh,
I don't have time for this.
We ain't going nowhere.
You saw West. You want to be scared.
All right, let's get the 6 o'clock flight because that AM ain't doing it. But that's just literally that's just women. Like y'all are very specific. Y'all know it.
I'll give Bailey this. Like on a vacation, she
when you there,
go with the flow.
When
like,
you there,
no, even before. Like,
but you gave her time though.
You got to
no.
give.
If we say okay,
if you said tomorrow,
if we say we going out of town,
okay,
she not gonna trip on what we have to do each day.
She just wants that vacation.
She just wants the vacation. She be like, okay, what we do? Oh, we going here? Okay, cool. When we get there, we'll figure out.
That's a good part.
Yeah.
But when you got kids, it's
wait,
who watching the kids?
Yeah. No,
we gotta pack bags.
I would see. I couldn't do that.
That's Kaylin.
I couldn't do that because Bailey is a mama bear, so she.
You got to put her in the mix.
Yeah,
that's Kay.
Yeah.
If we going for 3 days,
now if you
plan that 3 days, I'm gonna miss my babies.
Yeah.
I'm like, man.
F them kids.
F them kids.
Drop them kids off. I don't care. Put a helmet on.
They will be here when we
not the helmet.
Put a helmet on all of them and make sure they're okay.
Like, they will be here when we get back. F them kids.
Yeah. Man,
I'm trying to
guys so quick.
Yeah.
Guys so quick.
I'm trying to bow tie this weekend. Spin.
They good.
The whole weekend.
Give them some Lunchables. We good.
We are good. I'm getting
Yeah.
we touch down. Like,
what you trying to do?
Yeah, funny.
That's just the facts.
Man, but nah. You do a lot. And
thank you, babe.
For you to sit here and get on the podcast and give me praise, like I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm doing it all.
Oh, we know.
No, we didn't. We wasn't for it.
We didn't
Yeah.
take that.
That's not what we got out of it. My last thing is, look. Would you consider your husband super romantic? I don't know the levels.
Yeah.
You a romantic? Let's just say romantic.
On a scale
of 1 to 10, his romanticism.
On a scale of Al Bundy to
wow.
Stefan Arkell.
Yeah, Stefan Arkell. What is Jamal?
So
How he coming out that chamber?
Okay, so the pendulum swings with him. In terms of compliments, he is Ted Bundy. He can never. Al Bundy. Sorry. Is it Ted Bundy? Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Wrong name. Al Bundy. Let me clarify. Ted Bundy is a serial killer. I messed that one up. Sorry.
I'm gonna let them jokes go. All the ones
you got it.
They go.
Here you go.
Go ahead.
Oh, I messed that up. Okay, so he is Al Bundy. Okay. He can never just like, and I do credit that to us being good friends. So he can never just say like, "Oh, babe, you look so good." Like it's just like, okay, I see you. You think you're doing something, don't you? And it's like, damn, can you?
Not true.
That is not a compliment. No, it's not.
Okay. That's what you're doing tonight.
You think you do it though?
You in your birthday. You deep in your birthday.
That's a compliment.
Is it?
See,
yeah.
I think guys, and when we have a totally different way of thinking about things.
That's what I'm saying. At least somebody understands.
Yeah.
You guys,
they want to hear that.
They want me to sit there and say, "Babe, you're beautiful, gorgeous.
I want him to talk
you
to me.
You look great." Just they want the basic.
And I don't think
we ain't wired like that.
We're not wired like that. And I think we have to.
You have to be.
I'm a chop, and then I'm gonna give you a compliment after the chop.
This is a lifelong.
Like, I'm like, so you gonna do your hair like that now? Are you stunned?
You stunned?
That's a compliment, though.
You going out with me tonight?
You looking good?
You out there? Okay.
In my head, romantic is like Grand Rising's queen. You look beautiful. You look beautiful today, my luscious queen.
I don't think we're not wired like that, and we.
I know. Yeah.
That's when the movies come back into play. They've been watching the movies,
right?
That's what it is.
You want him to, like, because I always say, you know what? I need to get better at this. I need to work on this. And I think Bailey gets offended sometimes because I shouldn't have to work on that. You get
on the romanticism part?
Like I should
just
have
on the compliments.
On the compliments, like
why do you have to work on that? That's just something that you should do. But I feel like as men, we're not wired like that. I feel like Jamal says, I would say something like, "Okay, I see you. Okay." and it's not necessary. And that means in our dictionary, that means, oh man, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You're doing it. I see you.
I'm gonna give y'all this. I don't know what took over me last night, but I was kind of in my bag, even though she wasn't feeling the best.
Birkin?
Nah, we ain't go nowhere. We ain't go nowhere.
Okay.
We ain't go nowhere. But I tried.
He was in his coach.
I was in my coach. Yeah, I was in my coach.
Now, coach got some cute stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So I just had to talk to him. So like, hey, and we was just around the house. It was like, but you been looking good today. I don't know what she did different, but it was looking good. Had me wired up a little bit. So you know what I'm saying? Once the kids went to sleep and
take today out though.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Because she looks good every day. Every day.
But that day she
even look like trash.
No. That day they do. But that day she was looking like a snack. So I told her I told her something I won't, But I had to literally just come stand right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And won't go too deep into what we was talking about and doing. But
folk.
I just had to give her some kisses and just say, look, babe, you are beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
That is so sweet. That is so sweet.
It was me helping out myself, but I could, honestly, in all seriousness, I could feel like a different shift. And it was like, dang, like I really turned.
You made her day.
Yeah, I turned something on that I hadn't. Huh?
You was at home?
Yeah, we was at the crib.
You was deep in the coach.
I was at the crib.
You was deep in the coach with that one.
So it's like,
my God.
Sometimes you just got to put them in front of you and just say like, hey, no, I want you to stand right here. And let me.
Tyrese.
I see you.
I'm telling you, I damn near shaved my head last night. I damn near. I put a ball cap on. I put a ball cap on last night. Ball cap and some boxes, and I talked to my lady.
Now, I'm gonna tell you this.
What was that commercial?
Hey, but yeah, it worked out.
I'm gonna say this.
You know what?
Don't give this man any ideas, okay? Because when y'all started this show, he boogie woogied me to death. Get out of my face. I was so tired of the term boogie woogie. Leave me alone.
My bad. That's my bad.
Them 11th graders got you tense.
They get you a massage.
Let me get you a massage.
Y'all are hilarious.
Boy, stay on the shoulders for about 30 seconds. Let me move down a little bit.
No, but real talk. My knuckles hurt, babe. Boy, what? How did you offer a massage? Now your knuckles hurt?
Knuckles hurt.
My fingers working just fine, though.
My knuckles.
Hey, I will say this.
You a different breed.
I will say this.
My knuckles hurt. I'm gonna use that.
Shout out to Amazon Prime for grapeseed oil.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Hold on, baby. I'm gonna send that to work. I gotta send that to the job. Grapeseed oil. What that do?
Grapeseed oil. Hey, no, I'm just saying it helps with the massage.
Oh, we fry with that.
The glutes.
So we fry with grapeseed oil, so you can actually put Brianna in the bedroom.
Yes. I googled that. How does that work?
And we not cooking.
And we not.
But we cooking.
We cooking. You get what I'm saying?
It fry on high heat too. It fry on high heat.
John, you
This went a little quick.
You see what John?
John over there Googling it too. Grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed oil, okay.
I ain't heard of that one.
Yeah. Shout out to grapeseed oil. Yeah.
All right, man. Shit, we might have to get
yeah. Like we
sponsorship.
We definitely want to get you on because we wanted a wife's perspective, and especially like you said, the blended family, which is huge because not everybody can do it.
Nah.
Like I even thinking of myself, like maybe my ego's too high, maybe I can't fathom that thought. But you take it in stride and you mastered it and you're doing it and you're making it work.
Thank you.
Very commendable.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Yeah,
and yeah, shout out to the stepmamas out there that are, trying to make it work for their families and helping to grow beautiful young babies up into productive citizens. And that's something I will say, if y'all are ever interested, maybe a whole series on blended families and just having different people come in, because there are a lot of perspectives, even for him. It's a lot to navigate. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all.
We can do that.
That's definitely a whole different arena. We both follow a lady that's
Naja Hall. She's a step family coach.
She's a coach. So it's just, she helps navigate the waters that you wouldn't expect to per se
encounter.
It's a lot.
All kind of stuff just pop up.
Not only do you have to work on your household, but you have another household that affects your household. So you got think about how that's going to affect your household and how you're going to counter that, and to just keep your household.
Right. Absolutely.
So it's deep. And so I think for us, I think our biggest thing is our time. I think for instance, what was it, 3 days ago? 2 days ago, Cinco de Mayo. We were able to just spend some time at Moxie.
We went to Moxie's, yes.
That right there, it was like we hadn't been out in a while, and it just like took us back to like our dating days, and it was just like refreshing. You need that.
You do.
Man, for the fellas out there or husbands out there, man, like I know we talked about in previous episodes, date nights are essential.
Gotta have.
Yes, they are. They are.
It just helps, and I feel like mothers to know that what, you are sexy, you are this, you are beautiful. Just you guys need it more than we do.
It's like a reset for them. They're like, oh, okay. He sees
you guys need it more than
he sees me more than a mother.
So something that I need to work on. But I got you. Elon Musk, SpaceX.
That's right. And you better give her the space, because she got, she doing things right now, baking.
Man, you got a whole loaf in there.
Yeah.
So normally when we come to the end of the episode, you listen to the podcast.
I do. Yes, I do.
We have our final thoughts. So since you're our special guest, we're gonna start off with you. Your final thoughts to the audience on whatever you want to say.
So my final thoughts, I would just say, being a mom is a lot. That's cliche. It is hard work, but it is so important to love on yourself, find time for yourself, and also very important to let your man love on you and give you the time that you deserve. And if that's not happening, be selfish and take the time, ladies, because we need it. It's very important. So yeah, that's my final thought. And yes, I do have my Russell. I'm so thankful for this incredible man.
Why your mouth do that? Like when she talking good about
you? He do the light skin squint.
You would start squinting and stuff.
I think I got that from Rick. I got that from Rick. I don't know, man. I've been around him too long.
Oh my God.
What you got, KB?
Nah, we just appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Your honesty. And like I said, man, it's super commendable to what you're doing. Being a mother to your own child, but also being a stepmom, but just having a blended family and taking her in as your own. Like I said, we see it, and we talk about social media all the time, and it's easy to see stuff.
Right.
But when we hear Jamal talk about it and we're around it, it's like, nah, man, you doing it.
Right.
So social media is only giving a small glimpse.
Social media only post. Most people on social media only post W's. Right?
Yeah.
So you're not posting any L's.
True.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a lot of layers to it, and we know this. Like, I know this just based on conversations I've had within my own family with step kids. So we appreciate you. You have set the bar when it comes to wives being on the podcast. So
my shit up. I don't want to come on here and get embarrassed.
2020.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, please.
Yes. So just if you have a step family around you, what you said inspired me. If you have a step family around you, love on them,
man,
and just be there for them, support them, because you have to understand they are going through more than what a traditional nuclear family is going through. So just hear them out. Know that nobody in that step family is going to be perfect, but just love on them and be there for them.
What you got, John?
Man, honestly, I'm just thankful that she came on here and didn't embarrass me. Cause
she didn't post your L's.
Well, he squeezed my hand so tight. I couldn't.
Hold on. Where you going with that?
No, in all honesty, like, I gotta give her all the praise, man, because what you guys don't see is a lot of work that she does. Because as a stepmom, there are a lot of emotions that come with the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, not every day is peaches and cream, as people say. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of low days, but for her, she takes the punches and she keeps rolling. And for that, I try my best to make sure that she's happy, she gets what she needs. I try to see what is wrong with her and how can I fix that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my rock. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my goal as a husband is to make sure that she's happy, she's secure, and everything's good on that end. And I think for any men out there that's dating or married to a woman that's has the role of a stepmom to your child, man, you got to step your game up 10 times more, as even if you two had a biological kid, because it's a lot. And a lot of people don't know that. And like she said, we should have a series about that because it's deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you go through so much as far as BM drama, kids' emotions, as far as coming home to a different household that they're normally used to. It's a lot. And people out there that go through it, they understand. So for her to deal with that while also working a full-time job and raising her own child, that's a lot. And to do it every day, I gotta give her flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, babe.
What you gotta be?
Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it. Lots of laughs. You gave us knowledge and you just opened our eyes to a different aspect of parenting, because like we're not in that. So all we can do is go by what you're saying, and you're a role model to both sides of parenting, right? And we appreciate it, and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you.
And Jamal, don't keep, boy.
Don't mess that up.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, fellas. So this is episode 36. You know, shout out to my wife for coming on, and like always, we're gonna toast out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See, the wife always.
Yeah. See,
Cheers.
Cheers, man.